Welcome back, everybody, to Across Louisiana. Did you know that 49% of births in the state of Louisiana will be to unwed mothers this year alone? And that is a staggering statistic. And you know what? It's very important to remember that adoption is such a big option. Here to talk about that and a big gala coming up is Terri Leblanc. She is a board member of the St. Elizabeth Foundation and, most importantly, an adoptive mom. Terri, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, let's talk first about St. Elizabeth Foundation. What is it?
All right, well, St. Elizabeth Foundation was founded in 1988. It's an adoption agency, also serving in the capacity of counseling. It was founded by Mr. and Mrs. Hayes Town Jr. And the reason that they chose an adoption agency is that they themselves have 6 healthy children and felt very blessed, and they wanted to give back, and this was their idea of something that they could do for the community, just to serve as an adoption agency.
Well, and adoption is such a wonderful thing. I know you could talk most about that. I mean, it just must be wonderful to have your children.
It is such a blessing. I just, you realize, first off, people that deal with infertility, they think that that's really the end of everything. And then when adoption comes into the picture, you don't even look back. You don't look back because it's just a way to have a family. And we always say adoption is win-win-win because it's a win for the birth parents who are in a crisis pregnancy. Right. It's a win for the adopting family who otherwise may not be able to have their own children. And it's also a win for the child. Without question. So.
Now, you have a big gala coming up, May 11th at Boudreaux's. Yes. Tell us about the fun that's going to be.
Oh, it's going to be fun. We're going to have a silent auction, a live auction, great food. We always have the Pam Kennemore Award, which will go to the person who's volunteered for us. We have many volunteers, folks who keep the newborns for a few days, even some people who house the birth mothers if they're really, really young, too young to go into an apartment. And so just lawyers who support us and the medical community who helps us.
And of course it's going to be good food, good drink.
Good food, good drink, yes. Lots of fun, and it's our only fundraiser. So this is how we support our mission.
How can people get tickets? What do they need to do?
They can call the office, 769-8888, St. Elizabeth Foundation. We're located on Suma Avenue. Or they can go to our website, and also we have a Facebook page. So
perfect.
Yeah.
And the tickets are?
Tickets are $150 each.
Well worth it.
Yes. And you can probably come at the door. We don't shoo anyone away.
That not.
So it'd just be a fun evening, lots of good food, and a lot of people who may be touched by adoption themselves or just love and want to support the notion of adoption.
And to that point, you guys go out into high schools and counsel girls and women about this great option that they do have.
We're just trying to remind people. Adoption has been around, we say, since Moses. Sure. But we're just trying to remind people that this is an option, and it's a beautiful option. And in doing so, by going into the schools, we just think that we can touch a lot of girls and boys who might not know about it or not be taught, and so we just want to be here for people who would consider that as an option.
If somebody wanted to get information about and becoming an adoptive parent or just learning more about St. Elizabeth Foundation, what should they do?
They just call the office.
Same thing, huh?
Call the office, and we're really a small office, but we have people that are in there all the time, executive directors. We have, of course, counselors on staff, and that's all they have to do. Terri
Leblanc, thank you so very much. Congratulations on being an adoptive mom and having such a great gala, and we're so excited about being a part of it.
Thank you very much.
Terri Leblanc from the St. Elizabeth Foundation, the gala coming up on Boudreaux's on May 11th. We'll be back with more. We'll talk with you in just a bit.